I'm Tina Hill. I am half of Ladies of the Lanai. Christine isn't able to be with us today, but we are going to do another installment of the ever popular Ask a Villager. If you could please introduce yourself.
Okay. I'm Judy Burnham, and
Um,
I moved to the Villages just 2 years ago.
okay. And what's your relationship status or marital status?
Definitely married,
Okay.
coming up 25 years.
And so you also live in Duna. We live in
Yes.
Duna together, the village of Duna. And where did you live before you moved here?
Um, I'm from Northern California, so I'm from the Silicon Valley, and we moved here 4 years ago, just an hour south on the Gulf, to be near my daughter.
Okay.
One day we heard the Villages was nearby, and
Well, that's what I was going to say is how did you first hear about the villages?
I heard about them in the 90s.
Oh.
In California, just one little blurb that on the East Coast, there was this golf cart community, and I tucked it in the back of my head. I want to retire in a golf cart community.
Okay. And why did you decide to live in DeLuna as opposed to any of the other areas or up, like up north or?
Well, being from California, honestly, I've never owned a brand new home. Okay, because we're always like flipping homes or updating the one that we have there. And when we moved here, DeLuna was where the realtor took us, and we could afford it. And we were like a brand new house in a beautiful brand new. We were surprised and super excited.
Okay. Knowing what you know now, would you still choose to live in this area, to live in DeLuna, or would you go somewhere else?
Absolutely. The fact that it's one of the largest makes it good for a really good group of ladies. Right. There's 750 ladies in the Ladies of DeLuna. Only about 100 participate, but you've got this mass of women who want to meet other women in a large group. So I like it.
Right. And how long did you say you lived in this house for 2 years?
Coming up 2 years this summer.
And so that's the only time you've ever moved in the villages? Because they say the average villager moves 3 times.
Yeah, we're not moving.
You're not planning on it? So are you a snowbird, a snowflake, or a frog?
Definitely a frog.
Okay. And are you retired or still working or?
We retired
part-time
1 month before COVID.
Oh, wow. That was good timing.
Good time. Well, kind of. So we retired because my daughter wanted us to go to Argentina to meet his family. And, well, we're going to go to Argentina. We're going to go to Antarctica. So we're like, let's start our travels. We retired, went there for a month, came back, started our world cruise.
Wow.
And then COVID interrupted that. So it was a great cruise, just, we didn't have to worry about that.
That's something that I always wanted to do. I thought when I retire, I would go on a world cruise. Yeah. But of course I didn't.
It was fantastic. Even with about 1 month into it, they started closing the ports. And so for 2 weeks we floated till Marseille.
That was
France let us get off the boat and fly to San Francisco. And so we weren't scared or anything. We just wanted to stay on the boat. We heard there was some kind of like disease on land. We want to stay on the boat.
Okay.
But we flew home, and California was locked down. You couldn't even like sit at the beach.
Right.
So I called my daughter in Florida. I said, "You know how you wanted to move to Florida? We're moving to Florida." So that's how we got here.
What town? What city were you in?
We were in Newport Richey area.
Okay. So being here for a while, do you have a favorite venue that you like for music and dancing? Are you a dancer? Do you line dance or do?
I am. My husband and I just started doing the line dance classes because the beginners. Just because you know how to do 10 dances doesn't mean you're a line dancer.
And line dancing is very, very popular here.
Yeah, I'm loving it. So we are taking the classes. We've only been on the second week of the 8-week course. But then we also go to Everglades on Friday, and we do that one random, and we are able to do all 8 of them because we have, we have enough rhythm to pick it up really fast, and we're loving it. It's great exercise on Friday, and Tuesdays are really good learning. She's a great instructor.
Okay. What's your favorite venue for music?
Well, if I'm line dancing,
let's say even not dance. Well, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Let's do line dancing and then not dancing.
If I'm line dancing, I like taking the golf cart over to Scooter, and I'll try to grab anybody who'll come with me. And if
is that just wherever he's playing?
Well,
or does he always play somewhere?
He plays her once a month, so I'll do that once a month.
Okay.
And then And then if it's for company coming into town, I'll definitely take them to Sumter Landing for the sunset. It's
Yeah.
so beautiful. It captures, what we see all the time.
Right. Do you have a favorite band or bands? No.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Oh,
I
okay.
know.
Who do you think has the best pizza in or around the Villages?
Well, I hear of pizzanos and stuff like that, but I don't eat pizza. I'm plant-based.
Okay.
So if I were to make a pizza, I'd eat my own pizza.
Do you do the cauliflower crust?
From Aldi's, back before when I ate cheese. Now I'm not
okay.
even eating cheese.
Oh,
so.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
You're very healthy.
Trying.
What's your favorite restaurant if you want to splurge? Are there other plant-based? Do you know Jackie Rose?
Yeah, I just watched hers.
And she's a
I
plant-based
saw that. I was
person, too.
excited.
I just went, do all plant-based people know each other?
No, not yet. Because we're a newbie. We just started a few months ago. And that was because we went to a group potluck that meets at Riverbend on the second Thursday at 12 noon. And the speakers there were like, I don't know, they're my idols now. The fact that they could do it, and I don't know, you learn so much. There's so many resources on YouTube on learning why people go plant-based. And we're doing it for our health, environment, and of course the animals, but mostly our health.
Oh, I was going to say, are there any restaurants that are close to?
Well, Pokey. So Island Pokey at Brownwood. Excellent choice because they have tofu as a protein. Or you don't even have to do it because they got the beans and stuff. And of course Thai Ruby. Ruby, yeah, that's another one. But yeah, we're short on plant-based restaurants, but that's okay. We never really went out before anyway.
But if you wanted to splurge, where would you go? It would just be somewhere who does plant-based at this point?
100%, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your best advice for airport transportation?
We like to do off-site parking, but if it's longer than a week, we'll do groom.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite pool or golf course? Do you golf? Are you a golfer?
I don't. I own golf clubs.
Okay.
I just wanted the golf cart. But no, I don't golf. Maybe I will because I've got my clubs.
Right.
And I do the putt golf with grandkids. And the ladies of Duna will take, a caravan, will carpool to the golf courses, and that's fun.
What about pool? Do you have a pool in your picture?
We don't have a pool on purpose. We have a very small lot, so we wouldn't be tempted. It is very tempting when they start going up. We're like,
right.
Ah. So, but no, I'm right between Duna and Water Lily, so I can walk to Water Lily or bike. And I tend to do the pool at least twice a week with some of my girlfriends.
Okay. So golf cart, gas or electric?
Gas. Just in case you got to go farther than you wanted to go.
Okay. What's your favorite club that you belong to in the Villages?
That's a tough one. Well, I love the Ladies of Duna.
Right. And you started that, right?
I did start.
And what inspired you to, and how do you feel? Because the Ladies of Duna is the ladies club within the village of Duna, and Judy somehow manages to put together or manage almost like hundreds of events that go on, that ladies put in and put together and do stuff. So it's a really good networking and making friends and all of that kind of stuff. But what kind of inspired you, and how do you come up with all your ideas?
I don't know. But I don't know, just by just life. I mean, we've all got ideas.
Right.
And my gift in life is bringing people together. So if I have an idea from something when I was in high school or something when I was with another ladies group, that'll spark in my head. And I'll just create it. And if ladies come, they come. If they don't come, then it wasn't something they wanted. But man,
what are some of your more popular? What are the most attended kind of events that ladies like to repeat?
That's a hard one. That's really a hard one because they're all so well attended. At least 20 people generally come, and it changes. Last year it was Taco Tuesday. It was so.
And we have our workmen.
I think recently they love the swap. We have one that's a swap, and we play bingo. So everybody brings 2 items, decor items or jewelry or whatever they want to bring, and they put them on the table, and then we play bingo. And as the people win, they get to go up and get their 2 items.
Oh,
Kind of
I like
fun.
that. Yeah.
And whatever's left, we take to bargains and blessings. So there's hardly anything left because we like to take care of our village first. So after everybody wins, then we say if anybody else wants any of these items or could use them, take them. And then whatever's left, we take them to bargains and blessings.
Okay. Do you have a favorite beach that you can drive to from the villages? Are you a beach person?
I'm definitely a beach person, but I'm finding joy in boating right now on a lake with Captain Christy. And
a lot of people seem to boat.
Yeah, but if I were to go to a beach, because we were down by Clearwater before. So Tarpon Springs is just right north of Clearwater, and it's on the Gulf. So I know a lot of the beaches down there. So if I were to take family arrive in Tampa, I would immediately take them straight to Clearwater, go to Frenchie's, enjoy the beach there. If it was a girls' trip, I'd probably go to Siesta Key because it's got this huge pavilion with restrooms and ice cream and huge free parking. The parking at Clearwater is tough. And just go play in the gorgeous water and the white sand. You can't beat it.
Yeah.
So nice.
Well, along that, so what are some of your other favorite places to take visitors in the villages or around?
I love Swamp Fever.
I don't even know what that is.
That's when you go out to Hanasofki, I think. I think that's the lake. It's right on the other side of 301. And then you go out on a swamp boat. And it's a great ride. They go, and then afterwards you get a hold of alligator.
Oh.
And the big one went from your shins to over your shoulder.
Aren't you afraid he's going to open his mouth?
No, because they have some electrical tape.
Oh.
And so she was adorable, but they've moved her on to a zoo. So now it's a small one. But if you want to touch an alligator, that's where you go.
Ah. What would you consider the best kept secret or your best kept secret in the villages? Thank you for moving on. Thank you for
best kept secret
that you're willing to share
about me or the villages?
In the villages, like a place that people don't know about very much, or something you like to do that's not well attended, or that people don't realize you can do here.
I feel like everybody knows everything I know. You know what I mean? You start learning things
of information.
And it's been a couple years, and anybody who's been here a couple years probably knows the same thing. But I'm really excited that Mystic Ice Cream has karaoke and adult flavored ice cream. Of course, they come in a food truck as well. You can find them at driveway parties. But if you want to do the karaoke, it's a great venue to do that. Yeah. It's so fun, and they will turn the music to an octave that you can use.
Oh.
They totally work with the people that come. So I think that's
Have you sang?
A great idea. Yeah. Yeah.
What song did you sing? Do you have a go-to karaoke song?
I have about 10. Yeah. And so like when I cruise, I do it because nobody knows me. And I am a choir girl, not a soloist. But when I go do karaoke, I can just pretend I'm a soloist and nobody cares. And they clap for you. So I like Mamma Mia songs.
Okay.
So I do a few of those, like I Have a Dream. And then Nancy Sinatra. These boots are made for walking. It's a fun one. Yeah. So ones like that.
Fun. Well, since you've do the Ladies of Duna and are good at bringing people together, what's your advice for making friends and meeting new people in the villages, especially for shy? And I will say also, I've said this before, but I think you have the skill of making a person feel welcome, because one of the first things I did when I moved here was the pajama and taco or something like that.
Taco Tuesday, pajama night
at your house, and you were very warm and welcoming. And I remember when I sat down, people obviously knew each other, and I think you took me from one table and put me at another table with other people, and I ended up joining. It was Meg Starling, and we became friends, and then I joined her book club when you started the whole book club chain.
Yeah.
And she did hers, so I go to her house for book club.
Good.
But I just mean, it's probably very intuitive for you, but it's a real skill to say, I'm so glad you're here, welcome, because it's very hard for someone to walk in by themselves. So I think you're good at that, and that's probably why your events are very well attended, because women feel really welcome.
Good.
But what's your advice for someone new moving in?
I love it. It's so active. For someone new, well, number one, get on Facebook, because the Village's activities runs on Facebook.
Right.
I didn't know that until we moved here, so I had to learn it. And jump right in.
Mm-hmm.
And if you haven't been to one, definitely come to one of mine where I'm at, because I'll do my best.
Does someone have to live in Duna to come to your event, the ladies?
Currently to be a member,
right? Okay, so
you have to live in Duna,
uh-huh.
but everybody who's a member can invite guests.
Friends. Okay.
Yeah, to any activity. You just put in the comments, I'm bringing my friend from Fenny.
Yeah.
And because we want everybody to be able to enjoy the camaraderie that we've been able to build here. The reason we keep it just for Duna is because the Villages is humongous, and we want to have some sense of being able to golf cart to each other's homes when we do parties, and keeping it, safe and supportive. And we do caring neighbors, so we have a lot of things going on. I think
that's really nice. Can you explain a little bit what caring neighbors is?
Let's see. I think Kathy's running on that one. It's, you call the number. So say if I were ill and I didn't have anybody, my husband can make me meals, we're good. But say if I was ill or I broke my foot, I would definitely call the number, Caring Neighbors, and reach out to them and say, these are my needs. They would come and assess it. They'd come and talk to me and say, what do you need? Do you need meals? Do you need to get driven to the doctor? Do you just need companionship? Do you need your dog fed every day? And then you get these, the information, and then the volunteers are all qualified. They're like, I'm not even a caring neighbor currently. Like, I can't be of service until I go get fingerprinted and things like that.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of nurses signed up. So there's already people that know what they're doing as caring nurses. I mean, caring neighbors. And
I think that's a really nice, wonderful thing.
Yeah.
The
ladies of Duna, though, I mean, we have like 100 people that are very active. And if we find out somebody's sick, we just pull together. We do meals, I'm sure like the streets and the neighborhoods are doing.
There was somebody was sick, and they told me it's like what's it called, where people sign up to do meals every day. There was a phrase for it, and I can't remember what it was, but they signed up for whatever. And I said, I've never heard of such a thing, but it was great. Yeah. Like that people sign up for each day and say, oh, I'll take to Judy dinner for Thursday night, and someone does Friday night, and somebody does whatever. Yeah. Like if they're not able to. But besides just kind of like showing up, is there any other advice? Like if you're really shy and you're you're desperate to make new friends.
Yeah, you just come in, and it will always work if you smile and say hi. Always. You smile and say hi. Try to make eye contact. I'm a big hugger, and I'm shocked that nobody resists hugs. I can hug everybody, every single person that comes in my door, and they don't resist. I don't feel the resistance, because I truly love everybody that comes in, and I want them to find their people. Nobody has to sign up for Duna activities, the ladies of Duna activities. They don't have to. You're not going to hurt my feelings if you don't come. It's because it tells me you're finding your people, and that's what's most important. Right. It only takes 10 people to have a really good time. And so I had started when I first got here doing other activities all around the Villages, and I was not seeing anybody twice. You saw so many people, and I wasn't. So I thought, if I just focus on the ladies of Duna and find 10 ladies here, I'll have a good time. And so now that I know 100 really good ladies.
I have 100 friends.
Yeah, and now everybody can do the same. And you're going to find your people, whether it's at your bunco group or your book club, or, and if you're afraid of Facebook, I recommend just joining just for the group. Don't worry about all the trolling stuff. It's not going to hit you hard. You don't have to do the social media part. Just put in the events. Just get down to the events.
What was something that surprised you after you moved to the Villages?
That there were no hot tubs.
There aren't?
There are no hot tubs in the Villages. Only in your private hot tubs. Because, every clubhouse, everywhere, every 55 plus, they all have hot tubs. So when we got here, I'm like, well, which ones are the ones with hot tubs? And it makes sense if you're looking as a huge community and worried about hearts.
Mm.
You don't want them to be, all the rules and stuff. So I guess that's okay.
Okay. What's something you learned how to do? I think I know the answer now, but what's something you learned how to do after you moved here?
What did you think I knew?
No,
Learned
that
how
you
to
learned
do?
line dancing.
Well, I knew line
Oh,
dancing,
you did.
but yes,
Okay.
that is something. It's
Okay.
so wonderful to know that volunteers, do this and they're so gifted at it, and I can take advantage of their service, and the people can take advantage of my service, and we're all just trading services. I just
Right.
love that it's such a service community. Um, but I would say uh, there's so many fun things. Definitely Diamond Art. I'd never even heard of it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
When we moved here,
I had never heard of that either.
So I did that, and now that phase is gone. But there's always a new phase.
Right. I had
Resin
never
art,
heard of Zentangle.
Zentangle,
and I love that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I love Jackie Rose. I like worship her. I'm like, you're so.
Oh,
Because she was the
fun.
first instructor. She was the first person I took a class with, and of course, that was her last class. Was
That's
my
what I
first
heard
class.
on your
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
But she's so good. I love her. What's something you wished you knew before moving here?
About the villages?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I checked out YouTube, and I knew the loofahs were an important thing, so I stocked up.
Are you serious? Okay, I was like, what? So what did your family and friends say when you moved to the villages?
Well, they had seen all the YouTube videos and warned us about it. We had seen them already, so they were like, do you know what you're getting yourself into? And we're like, yeah, we've seen it all, and you would not believe how Disney it is. So picture Disney, that's where we're moving to. And when you come to visit, you can make a decision. And when they came to visit, they were like, holy moly. Yeah, we know why you moved here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll finish this sentence. You'll never believe it, but in my life before the villages, I
wrote a romance novel. And
what was the name of it?
It's called Lying in a Hammock. It's a double entendre. I have a real thing about people who lie.
Oh.
So it is, it's about somebody who possibly is lying. And it's just a romantic adventure in Kauai. And I wrote it for Jennifer Aniston and Bradley Cooper. Wanted to see this story on the big screen with those two people who have never been in a movie together. And the year I wrote it, they both got Oscars. And I knew it wouldn't be a possibility.
You never know.
I know.
It may be just sitting in a stack somewhere.
Well, they did. I have also been told I needed to write it into a script.
Oh,
so I wrote the book,
but
I don't know how to do a script. That's two different.
Use AI. Ever used AI?
You're right. I mean, I've got options now.
Yeah.
So I may revisit it.
I have a friend who uses AI a lot, and I bet that's something it could do.
Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be cool?
Turn this story,
into a
script.
Okay, we'll see.
Wow. Like I said, maybe she'll see this and she'll be like, "Hey, I got to make that movie." I don't know. Complete this sentence. I really wish the villages had
a resistance pool. Definitely. I mean, I've seen them in other retirement communities. I didn't even know they existed, but when I did, I'm like, villages needs one. And you just, in the morning and the evening, we could do resistance activities. And then from 11 to 3, bring out your inner tube and lazy down the river. It'd be so fun.
I would love a lazy river. I think those are fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then lastly, complete this sentence. I think Eastport will be
fantastic. I think it's going to be the newest and best and amazing. So excited that it's coming. I'm so glad that we live close to it, close enough to it. I think it's great.
It looks massive.
Yeah.
It looks massive.
Huge.
I went over the Southern Oaks Bridge with a friend, and when you go up to the top and you look and you just see all the construction, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's going to be fantastic. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I just don't know when all that'll happen. It'll be a few years, right? At least.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
For doing this. Because I think you're a really important part of the Duna neighborhood because of all the things you do, and I really wanted to have you on. So
thanks
again, and hope everyone will like and subscribe. Christine and I really appreciate that. So that helps us to bring you some content, and we'll see you out on the Lanai.
Okay.
Thanks.
And can I just do a big shout out to my ladies of Duna? Hey, everybody. And if you haven't joined yet, all you have to do is get on Facebook, and it's called The Ladies of Duna.